Good morning, welcome to Tuesday's Maths. Today's skill is to subtract decimals within 1. So just like we were doing yesterday with addition, today we're subtracting. Okay, so you have your arithmetic to do first. Bronze challenge is 7 times tables, silver challenge is addition with the answer at the front, and gold challenge is multiplying 2-digit numbers by 3-digit numbers. So take your time with those. Okay, and come back when you're ready for the answers. Okay, here are your answers. Okay, so just make sure, as always, that if you have made any mistakes, you know where you made them and you can correct them. Okay, so quick recap. True or false? 0.4 plus 0.4 equals 0.44. True or false? Well, we've got 0.4 and then we're going to add another 0.4, and we know that 0.4 is the same as 4/10. Does it equal 0.44? No, it's false, because 4/10 plus 4/10 equals 8/10, or 0.8. If it was 0.4 plus 0.04, that would mean we only had 4 blue bits, whereas then the answer would be correct. Okay, let's try another one. 0.35 plus 0.010 equals 0.45. So thumbs up, thumbs down for true or false. Okay, use the 100 square to help you work it out if you need to. So we've got 0.35 plus 0.10 equals 0.36. Okay, this one's a little bit more difficult because 0.010 represents 1/100th, because we've got our ones, our tenths, our hundredths, and thousandths. Okay, if it represented a tenth, if it was 0.10, it would be 0.45. So the answer is false. Okay, what number is represented on the place value chart? So we've got 4/10, 2/100ths, 2,000ths. So write down the number that you think is represented on the place value chart, and you should have 0.422. What digit changes when I subtract 1/100th? So looking at the digits here, which one changes if you subtract 1/100th? Okay, well, it's going to be this one, because if we take 1/100th away, our number changes to 0.412. What will the number be now if I subtract 0.3? So which one is 0.3? It's our tenths. So if we take 3 away, what's our number going to be? 0.112. What is 2,000ths less than 0.112? So if we take away 2,000ths, it's just going to be 0.11. You could add a 0 on the end if you want to, but you don't need to. So 0.11, because we've got 1/10, 1/100th. Excellent. Okay, let's have another go. This time we've got 0.632, because we've got 6/10, 3/100ths, 2,000ths. What digit changes when I subtract 0.2? So let's take away 0.2, which we know are tenths. Take 2 of those away. We've got 0.432. What will the number be if I track 0.01? So we know 0.01. Okay, we've got our ones, our tenths, our hundredths. So there are hundredths. We can take 1 away. We've now got 0.422. we subtract 3 thousandths? Well, at the moment, no, because we've only got 2 thousandths. What can we do instead? What can we do to help us subtract? Okay, so we can exchange, because we know that 10 thousandths is the same as 1/100th. Okay, so we can move one of our hundredths to our thousands, we can exchange it, and then we can swap it for 10 thousandths. Now can we subtract 3 thousandths? We can. So let's take 3 of those away. How many thousandths have we got now? We've got 9, so our number is 0.419. So if you remember how we did it with place value counters when we were looking at addition and subtraction earlier on in the year, or at the end of last year, it's just the same with decimals, we can exchange. Lovely. So we can use 100 squared to help us to subtract decimals, just like we did with addition yesterday. Okay, it's not quite as easy because you get bigger numbers, okay, especially if they go over 1, but today we're just looking within 1. So we've got 0.75. So I've got 75 hundredths shaded on my 100 square. We need to take away 0.05. Is that 5 tenths or is it 5 hundredths? Okay, well, we know we've got a 1/10 hundredths, so it's 0.05 is 5 hundredths. So we need to take 5 of those away. Okay, so if you take 5 of those away, how many do we have left? Okay, we have 0.70. And we can also, that should say subtract, we can also subtract decimals using the column method. So we've got 0.75, take away 0.05. And we do this just the same as we do with subtraction with whole numbers. So we can do 5 take away 5, which is 0. We can do 7 take away 0, which is 7. 0 take away 0 is 0. So we've got 0.70. And we can also show that in a bar model. So our 0.75, okay, is our largest number. That's our total number which we're subtracting from. And we know we're subtracting 0.05. So what's going to go in our bottom box? 0.70. And notice that the 0.70 box is a lot bigger than the 0.05 because it's a bigger part of 0.75. Okay, let's try this one. So 0.91 subtract 0.3. Now what do we need to do this time to make it a little bit easier for ourselves? Okay, so we've got 0.91, take away 0.3. Okay, we can add a 0 because we know the 0 doesn't represent anything because we've got our 0.3. Okay, and it just helps us to subtract. Now we can subtract 1, take away 0 is 1. 9 take away 3 is 6. And 0 take away 0 is 0. So our answer is 0.61. And again, as a bar model, we've got our top number, so the biggest number, the whole number that we're subtracting from. In our biggest box, that's our whole. We're subtracting 0.3 and we've got 0.61. Okay, so that is our answer. What about this one? So 0.84 take away 0.15. The first thing to do, because we always start in the column to the right, in this case it's our hundredths, 4 take away 5. Can we do that? What do we need to do? Okay, we're going to exchange just like we did with the place value counters. Okay, so we're going to take the 8, make that into a 7, and we're going to carry 1 10 over, okay, which will give us 10 hundredths. We've now got 14 hundredths, which we can take away 5 from, which gives us 9. And we can subtract 1 from 7, which gives us 6. 0 take away 0 is 0. So we've got 0.69. Okay, this is the last one before you have an independent practice. So 0.53 take away 0.003. So this time we've got a thousandth. Okay, so how we're going to do this? What's the first thing we can do to make it easier for ourselves? Add that 0. 0 take away 3. Oh, well, we still can't do it. So we need to carry again. We need to exchange. So we're going to go next door to the 3 hundredths. We're going to make that a 2 hundredths and carry the 1. 10 take away 3, 7. 2 take away 0 is 2. 5 take away 0 is 5. And then we've got 0. So 0.527. And you notice this time we started off with 2 digits and our answer's actually got 3. Because if we added a 0 here, 0.530 take away 3 thousandths gives us 0.527. And again with the bar model, 0.003, because it's a thousandth or 3 thousandths, it's really small proportion of the whole. Okay, excellent. So pause the video now, have a go at answering these questions, write them out in column method, okay, and can you write them as a bar model too, okay, if you're feeling confident, represent each one as a bar model, but the column addition subtraction is the most important part, but extra bonus points if you represent it as a bar model too. And for those of you that finish quickly, have a go at this problem over here. Okay, so Alfie solved number sentences with greater than, less than, equal to. Has he solved them correctly? If you don't think he has, see if you can correct them. Okay, so pause the video and come back when you're ready for the answers. Okay, so here are your answers. So you've got 0.43, 0.434, 0.431, 0.43, 0.34, 0.35, 0.45 and 0.441. Well done if you managed those. And your whilst you wait, so 0.827 minus 0.561, he's got that one wrong. It's greater than 0.101 plus 0.086. And the bottom one, 0.74, subtract 0.014. Again, he's wrong. It's greater than 0.682, subtract 0.495. Okay, so your final thought for today. The strip of paper is 0.8 metres long. It is cut into 2 unequal parts. The difference in length between the 2 strips of paper is 0.1 metres. How long are the 2 strips of paper? Now, if you want to, if you're at home, okay, or in the bubble, you can actually have a go at doing this physically with a piece of paper if it's easier for you. Okay, so pause the video now whilst you do that and come back when you're ready for the answer. Okay, so we've got 0.8 metres. It's cut into 2 unequal parts. So paper A is 0.45 and paper B is 0.35. Because we can see that 0.8, okay, 0.35 or 0.8 take away 0.35 is 0.45. These two added together gives you this one. But you couldn't do a different number like 0.25 plus 0.55 because the difference would be 0.2. So you had to find numbers where that only had 0.1 difference. So these are the only two numbers you could have chosen. It was a little bit more difficult, that one. So well done if you had a go, and if you want to have a go now you know the answer with a piece of paper, then that's fine too. That's it for me today, so have a lovely afternoon. We've got geography this afternoon and you have English next. So I'll see you again later. Bye.